Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with Mirror now. We don't have an exit poll of our own. What we are doing is collating figures and giving you a poll of polls. By now, the numbers are very clear as far as the national picture is concerned. It seems that the BJP-led NDA has been propelled to a third term, which means Prime Minister Modi becomes only the second Prime Minister in India's history after Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to get a third term. So this is what overall numbers are looking like. And we have some 6 polls now, so I think this is a fair bit of idea of where this election has gone. Jan Ki Baat giving it 362. Republic has done 2 polls. P-Mark is giving them 359. In fact, Jan Ki Baat at the outer is giving them 392, which means almost 400 par. It's not quite 400 par. Not too much to celebrate as far as the India alliance is concerned. After all, ladies and gentlemen, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the vote shares. By the end of it, the question is about who has won, Jeeta Kaun. And as far as the poll of polls is telling us at 9:13 p.m. this evening, it is the BJP poised to form the next government in the country. Tehseen Poonawalla, you're joining us. Quick comment, hi, good evening, on the overall picture before we go down to the Hindi heartland states and the state of West Bengal. Go ahead, please.
So, Shreya, I'm not a number person. I mean, these numbers are all speculation, but all exit polls give you a broad trend a broad picture.
And this broad trend is
consistent.
Consistent, and this is what almost everyone has been saying since the elections began. So there is nothing extraordinary about it.
Which then leads us to our second question and most important question. That what were the opportunities that the India Alliance and the Congress in particular, I'm not really interested in the India Alliance, but the Congress, because I vote for the Congress, I even went and voted for them, missed to not be in government this time across. I think that's something that we need to talk about. Perhaps the Congress will need to reflect upon how it is not connecting with people, how despite a Prime Minister who sat on demonetization in his first term, on the greatest human suffering ever since 1947 during COVID, mismanagement and an economic failure has not been able to come back. I think that's something that the Congress party will have to reflect very, very seriously on. And one more thing, it will have to move away from the left loonies. The left loonies, the part-time Duggals, the Duggal Saabs who are part-time cephalologists, part-time Hindi teachers, part-time RTI activists, part-time farmer netas. I think the cabal of these people have destroyed the Congress party. They and the people running the party, I think we will have to very seriously think about these people.
Tehseen, you're talking as if before the elections there was some hope. Just purely forget sentiment and emotion at this point of time. Look at the numbers. Of the 220, I mean the BJP won 303, but out of those, in 224 seats that the BJP won in 2019, the vote share was 50% se zyada, more than 50%. That is where the BJP is starting from. Look at the Congress. And the Congress had 52.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at the baseline, if you just looked at the 2019 baseline, the best hope for the Congress was to better that, but not to win this election.
No, I don't think so. By that logic, the BJP should not be in government. 84 Congress or 400 seats. ऐसे नहीं होता ना चुनाव में. वो ठीक है baseline जो भी हो, but that baseline is not.
गुस्सा भी तो नहीं है ना.
So why?
There would be disappointment. Correct. I can agree on the ground.
So why?
But where is the gussa?
So why?
There is no gussa against Prime Minister Modi.
So now that's the point. Why would you not be able to? It's not about individuals. So let's talk about the government. Why would you not be able to translate that anger against the government, the greatest human suffering since 1947? I'll explain to you. Because the Congress
was short-lived.
No,
and
it wasn't
short-lived. And public memory is very short. We know this.
आपके घर में अगर कोई गुजर जाए short-lived नहीं होता है.
COVID देखिए ना.
अगर आपको ऑक्सीजन
COVID के बाद you saw the string of elections that the BJP won.
I'll explain to you. It's not that. Just allow me. उन्होंने ऑक्सीजन पे GST लिया. It's not that. ये सारे मुद्दे थे. आज इस मुल्क में एक हार्ट अटैक का पेंडेमिक है. नॉर्थ इंडिया में कैंसर का पेंडेमिक है. Why are these issues not being debated? Because the Congress party and its media department waste energy on parliament में जो शेर है वो घुर्रा रहा है या मुस्कुरा रहा है. They waste energy on who's going in a dressing room. You see, ये देश के मुद्दे नहीं है. The issues that I'm raising, Agniveer, job security, women security, these were the issues. I would always tell people one thing. Imagine 2 restaurants. One is restaurants called BJP, so I'll take 1 minute more and then I'll come to you. 2 restaurants, one's called BJP, one's called Congress, opposite sides of the road. The BJP restaurant has a buffet. The star chef is Narendra Modi ji. The sous chef is Amit Shah, Nirmala Sitharaman, Ajit Doval, Jai Shankar, Nitin Gadkari. You may like or dislike Nirmala Sitharaman's dish or Amit Shah's dish or etc. You know what you're going to be served in that restaurant. The Congress restaurant says the BJP restaurant is bad. I agree. You don't know it's a star chef. You don't know it's a buffet or it's an a la carte. I am hungry. I don't want to go to the BJP restaurant. But you are not telling me what you're serving me. You're telling me why is the lion on top of the parliament growling and not happy. Those are the issues. They missed on this. This was an election for the opposition to win, and the BJP should have been defeated. But Narendra Modi has never lost an election, and the Congress just doesn't understand. They play to his strengths, not to his weaknesses.
Mahima Singh, I know you want to come in. Please go ahead. Spokesperson of the Congress party joining us on the broadcast. And after Mahima has spoken, ladies and gentlemen, giving you the figures from Uttar Pradesh, from Bihar and West Bengal. Go ahead, please, Mahima.
Jai Hind, as much as I appreciate Tehseen's stance overall whenever I hear him, but here I want to begin with these lines first and then agree to disagree with him. कि मैदान की हार जीत तो किस्मत की बात है, टूटी है किसके हाथ में तलवार देखना. We were fighting this election very much on the ground. And when you talk about the media department of the Congress party, Tehseen, I am very happy to share this with you that this time around, 70 plus coordinators from the media department were on the ground across states in the country, working with the party units state-wise. So it's not that we just appear on the television, and we have been discussing issues with the public. You were talking about women earlier, Shreya, and I was listening to your show. And I would say that the women in this country today are actually, number one, there's a voter fatigue. Number two, there's a cadre fatigue. There's a cadre frustration within the BJP. The BJP cadre is frustrated because actually the BJP has become an a la carte. There's no cadre of its own anymore. And the women are frustrated because it is an SIT team from Karnataka that goes and arrests Revanna just a day ahead of the last phase polling. But the BJP, under the BJP rule, we have just seen escalation
Mahima,
after escalation.
look at the numbers on your
crimes against
screens.
women. You look at, Shreya, you would have heard Mr.
Look at the numbers on your screens. I think that is giving the India Alliance a reality check. All of us want a strong opposition in this country. It's important for India's democracy. But the numbers on our screens are telling us that India, the country, probably doesn't think they have an alternative to Narendra Modi. That's the truth of the matter. कहीं पर भी जाइए वो बोलते हैं ना, ठीक है बीजेपी 3 खराब चीजें कर रही हो, but what is the alternative? Rahul Gandhi is certainly not an alternative.
Let me once again agree to disagree, because in 2004, you would remember right ahead of the India Shining campaign culminated, the victories were huge, hugely predicted for the BJP. And what we saw that came out as a result was starkly different. I would agree to disagree also, because I just mentioned our cadres were working on the ground with the people on their issues, and it is from our workers that we get the exit poll. So Janta ka exit poll tells us that we are getting 295 plus, is what Mr. Kharge has announced this evening, relevantly so for everybody to know.
चलिए ठीक है. I mean 295. Do you have anything to say on that?
I'll tell you, I have a lot of respect for Mahima. She's a fantastic orator and a very good. She carries the Congress flag very well. And I understand that you never say no, and she has to keep the morale up. And because she was there, I was being candid. मैं टाइम्स नाउ पे आपकी सिस्टर चैनल पे बोल रहा 190 जीत रही है कांग्रेस. अब मुझे आपने मोरल डाउन नहीं करना, तो मैं तो बोलूंगा मैं तो कह रहा हूँ वाराणसी हार रही. बट वो ठीक है, वो बोलने के लिए ठीक है. बट देखो यार, सच्चाई ये है, this country needs an opposition, right? And the problem with and you have some articulate people, but the Congress party, the party that I grew up worshipping, the party that's history, it's no longer a political force. It's no longer a political. Its politics is so university level, college level, so woke. It's no longer that hardcore political force. And there is a problem with the Congress party. It's no longer. It should have been on the ground fighting. And I'll tell you.
I thought actually they were very smart by not falling into the BJP's trap of Hindu, Muslim, Mangal Sutra, etc.
True.
And sticking to.
But that was too late. That's when
didn't work.
Too late. But just one last thing. You see, they could have actually taken the BJP on certain issues, which they missed out on, which were issues that the BJP tried to polarize. So you don't have to run away from issues. You got to stand up and face issues and face them correctly and articulately. I don't say fall into the Hindu-Muslim trap. I'm against that. But certain issues that the BJP fell into, they refuse to.
Nilanjan, very quickly, and then we are going to the UP
No,
numbers.
I admire Tehseen a lot, for his views.
And I admire
He has, thank you. He
You're
has,
such a polite channel. And
I am such a nice guy.
But we are
I am
such a
the
polite
nicest
panel. Baki jagah abhi.
I am the nicest guy in the channel.
he has very, strongly pointed out what the Congress is doing wrong. I think it's also important to look what the BJP is doing
right.
to get the votes, not right, to get the votes, to get a mandate. There was a time in this campaign when the BJP, right from Mr. Modi down to the lowest cadre, was definitely rattled and anxiety was written on the face. What did the BJP do right? Mr. Modi, in his speech on the 21st of April, after the first phase of polling was over, he said that the Congress is going to steal the wealth of the poor people and going to distribute it to the people who have more children. Later on, when an interviewer asked that you actually brought up Hindu-Muslim polarization, he said, I did not mean that those who have more children are Muslims. All I was saying is that the poor have children. So right from that time onwards, there has been a blatant communal polarization trying to divide the electorate on lines of religious identity. And that is what is probably worked, if these numbers are correct.
Okay.
Is this a good thing to happen in this country? Well, the people are saying yes, they like it. So this is a phase which we are going through.
I can tell you that
change now, maybe it will change.
there are voters
5
on the
years later.
fence who are
There will
sitting
be
on the
different
fence.
kinds of
No, there are
voters.
voters sitting on the fence and they're saying, we
we
don't
are
like what he's
the
saying.
first past the post system.
Yeah.
So you need not have the support of the majority of the voters to get your mandate.
That is true. 30 to 40% is what is required. But
I think the Congress should very seriously start arguing that proportional representation is something which a country like India needs.
let's get the UP numbers. We don't have too much time. Let's quickly get the UP numbers. Largest state, well, at least in terms of Lok Sabha seats, 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh. UP loves the BJP. They've shown that over and over again. The BJP had 62 seats in Uttar Pradesh in 2019, 50% of the vote share there. What is the BJP plus its allies, that is the NDA, getting 69 seats. So they are improving their seat share seat numbers as far as the Times Now ETG poll is concerned. And if you look at all the other polls, it seems consistently there is an agreement that the BJP-led NDA is doing very, very well in the state of Uttar Pradesh, actually bettering their count last time. Their count last time, ladies and gentlemen, was 62 seats. I don't see 61 or 62 anywhere. The least that any exit poll is giving the BJP, the BJP in Uttar Pradesh is 68. So, I mean, was it a done deal? Maybe it was. How's India doing, ladies and gentlemen? India, as of now, I mean, there was Samajwadi Party and the Congress fighting the election together. The BSP is out of the picture. Interestingly, they were the second largest party in Uttar Pradesh last time. They had won 10 seats. The Congress had won 1 seat and the Samajwadi Party had won 5 seats. Kya numbers hai abhi? Let's quickly take a look at that. India Alliance, 11, 9 to 12, 12, 6 to 12, which means...
How much is Congress, how much is SP?
वो नहीं है इसमें. That's not clear.
But Times Now ETG में क्या है?
Times time ऊपर है ना 11.
नहीं 11 में divide क्या है?
11.
No, what is there is no divide?
There is no divide. I haven't seen a divide there. We'll try and put it, but there is no divide there. For the moment, all I have is alliances, and it seems that the India Alliance has bettered their number. If the number was 6 last time,
correct. So
they have bettered it, which is good. But
that
look,
means Congress has won Amethi. 11 है तो अमेठी जीत गई है.
अरे
हाँ मैं ये ठीक है.
रायबरेली जीत गई है.
दोनों
नहीं रायबरेली जीत गई. अमेठी
अगर 11 है तो कांग्रेस को 2 मिली है, ये 2 मिली है.
ये थोड़ा विजुअल थिंकिंग मुझे लग रहा है.
दिल को खुश करने के लिए श्रेया ये ख्याल अच्छा.
चलिए ठीक है. So Uttar Pradesh, as I said, this is a bastion of the BJP. The BJP does very well here. It seems from last time, 62 seats, they have actually bettered their numbers. Let's move on to another state, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to the state of Bihar. This was promised to be an exciting race. Has it turned out to be as exciting as was being predicted? Let's quickly take a look at the numbers. Can we put the Bihar numbers out and then we'll have West Bengal. Bihar, ladies and gentlemen, has 40 seats. The BJP had won 30 out of 40 seats here in 2019. Their vote share was almost 54%. what is Bihar looking like right now? Again, it seems that the NDA is walking away with the majority of seats. The India Alliance, in the best case scenario, and that best case scenario is coming via Access My India, is 19 seats. It's 19 seats. But just look at the numbers. The least that the NDA is getting here is 29. And the maximum that they are going up to is 36 seats, which is fairly decent numbers. Would you quickly want to, comment on the numbers you're seeing as far as Bihar is concerned?
Well, it obviously means, that Nitish Kumar's image...
Or is it Modi?
Well, Modi has obviously, he's the
Nitish
one
Kumar
who's
is Paltu Ram. His image is hardly anything to gloat about.
Modi is always the person, who is covered up for Nitish Kumar. So quite, obviously, this is actually a vote for the Modi factor. So once again, despite the reporting which was coming that the NDA is faltering, it is actually the NDA which has done so well and essentially on the strength of Modi's shoulders.
So I had the numbers for Times Now ETG NDA breakup. BJP was
For UP?
For Bihar. Because I did in Padmaja show. So they'd given the BJP 15 to 16, which is same like last time they got 17. They gave Nitish, I think, 13. Which is lesser than what he got last time, and they gave 5 to Chirag Paswan, LJP.
Okay.
And they gave they gave 5 to them, which I found surprising.
Okay.
But
on your screens, the big numbers. Actually, by the end of it, this is what matters. Just take a look at this. The Times Now ETG data for the entire country, 543 seats is out. Times Now giving the NDA 358. Pretty decent, 358, and the India Alliance 152. So that's the latest set of data coming in, and every piece of data that is on your screens is giving the BJP-led NDA a clear win this election, which means Prime Minister Modi continues to be the Prime Minister, is getting a third term. Coming back to Bihar, ladies and gentlemen, Chittaranjan Gagan, your spokesperson of the RJD, numbers आपके लिए कुछ खास लग नहीं रहे हैं बिहार के अगर numbers देखें पूरे देश के नंबर्स देखें तो ऑफ कोर्स खास नहीं लग रहे हैं लेकिन ना ही बिहार के नंबर्स लग रहे हैं
नहीं श्रेया जी क्या एग्जिट पोल तो एक तमाशा है तो प्री प्लान करके और एक मानसिक रूप से एक साइकोलॉजिकल माहौल बनाने के लिए किया गया। हम लोग भी सर्वे करवाए, हमने एक एक बूथ का सर्वे करवाया है और बिहार में एनडीए को डबल डिजिट पहुंचना मुश्किल है। आप जो है सो 31 दे रहे हैं, मैं कह रहा हूं कि डबल डिजिट में पहुंचना मुश्किल है बिहार में एनडीए के लिए। और हम ऐसे नहीं कर रहे हैं, जवानी जमा खर्च नहीं कर रहे हैं। हमने एक एक बूथ का 40 पार्लियामेंट कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में एक एक बूथ का हमने सर्वे करवाया है। जिस दिन पोलिंग हुआ है उस दिन हमारे वर्कर वहां पर जो है खुद सर्वे किए हैं और उसके आधार पर मैं दावे के साथ कह रहा हूं कि एग्जैक्ट रिजल्ट जब आएगा आप देखिएगा जस्ट इसका रिवर्स है, जस्ट रिवर्स है। इसलिए मैं कैसे इस पर विश्वास करूंगा?
तो आप मुझे एक बात बताइए,
क्या
चित्ररंजन
जी आप बताइए।
नहीं विश्वास नहीं करना तो आप भगवान पे विश्वास मत करिए, मतलब करना है करिए, ना करना है ना करिए। लेकिन मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछ रही हूँ कि साइकोलॉजिकल इलेक्शन तो खत्म हो गया ना। अरे चित्ररंजन जी सवाल तो सुन लीजिए, इलेक्शन तो खत्म हो गया, अब बीजेपी ऑपोजिशन पे साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर करके क्या करेगी? कहानी तो डब्बे में बंद हो गई ना।
नहीं मैं कह रहा हूँ वोटर पर नहीं करेगी, वोटर पर नहीं करेगी, लेकिन इसके बाद जो भाजपा का रहा है स्टाइल अपना फंक्शनिंग का, उसके बारे में मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, उसके बारे में मैं कह रहा हूँ। मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आप यह कर रहे हैं, मैंने जब मैं खुद उसका कन्वीनर रहा हूँ, मैंने एक एक बूथ का मैंने सर्वे करवाया है और मैं दावे के साथ कहता हूँ, आप लिख लीजिए, फिर 4 तारीख को डिबेट पर बैठाइएगा। मेरा चुनौती है, डबल डिजिट में नहीं पहुंचेगा एनडीए, किस आधार पर उसको वोट मिलेगा? सो हमको बता दीजिए क्या आधार है? तेजस्वी जी के मीटिंग में जिस ढंग से लोगों की भीड़ उमड़ी,
आधार मोदी है,
नौजवान
आधार नीतीश कुमार की स्कीम्स हैं ग्राउंड पे।
नहीं कौन सा स्कीम? कौन स्कीम? तो तेजस्वी यादव का है, जिसने कि 17 महीने में 5 लाख नौजवानों को नौकरी दिया, जिसने नियोजित शिक्षकों को राजकर्मी का दर्जा दिया, जिसने जो है सो जो मानदेय पर जो लोग हैं आंगनबाड़ी सेविका, सहायिका, तालीमी मरकज, आशा, ममता, इनके मानदेय में वृद्धि किया। नीतीश जी का क्या अचीवमेंट है, क्या उपलब्धि है जो बता के लेंगे वोट? या मोदी जी तो यहाँ पर आकर जब बोलते थे लोग उनका मजाक उड़ाता था कि
ठीक है।
साहब प्रधानमंत्री के पद पर बैठा हुआ आदमी और इस ढंग से जो उनका वोटर था, जो पहले उनका कोर वोटर था, वह कहा कि साहब जो
ठीक है।
प्रधानमंत्री के पद पर बैठा हुआ
ठीक है।
आदमी या जो सो मंगलसूत्र मीट और जो सो मुजरा और जो सो भैंस पर बात कर रहा है। तो सवाल यह है कि जो सो आधार होना चाहिए ना। आप ऐसे ही एक फिगर बना के रख दीजिए कि हाँ साहब यही एग्जिट पोल है, तो चल रहा है, डिबेट चल रहा है, मनोरंजन
अच्छा,
चल रहा
फैजान
है।
की दवाई
मनोरंजन 2
अब
दिन 3 दिन
इफ
चलेगा।
एवरी
4 तारीख को
अरे
4 तारीख को
इफ
300 प्लस में इंडिया
चलिए
गठबंधन
वो तो
जीतेगी
ठीक है,
और 4 तारीख को सरकार बनाएगी। जी श्रेया जी,
बहुत बढ़िया, बधाई।
Any doubt?
फैजान किदवई, नेशनल स्पोक्सपर्सन ऑफ द समाजवादी पार्टी. We are talking about Bihar, but we are also taking a look at the overall figures as far as India is concerned. We are also taking a look at Uttar Pradesh's numbers. Faizan, Uttar Pradesh mein to the BJP is actually bettering their numbers. They were already very good. They, it seems, are bettering their numbers.
Not at all, Shreya. See, first of all, these opinion polls, these exit polls should be taken with a pinch of salt. I was reading an article written by Mr. Sanjay Kumar, who's an eminent election expert and also a professor at CSDS. He said these exit polls should don't hold much credibility. And are they even exit polls, real exit polls? It's time we should differentiate between exit polls and estimate polls. This is his opinion. See, first of all, as we know, the current government uses or manipulates each institution for its benefit. And these entities who do these exit polls, they are private entities. So they have been pressurized by the government to come out with the data which makes the government happy and in some way demoralizes the opposition and its cadre. But we were very aware, we were very confident the exit polls would come this way. We have also done our exit polls, and around 4,000 to 5,000 individuals in each constituencies throughout Uttar Pradesh. We have spoken to the people, and as per our exit polls, we are comfortably winning around 40 to 45 seats very easily, and best case scenario would be 50 plus. And that's not an exaggeration, Shreya. That's a fact. This is a fact. On 4th June, you will see that India Gathbandhan will win with flying colors. Yeah, sorry, you're saying something.
But you know, the best case scenario, and I'm just taking a look at the average that is on my screen,
Shreya,
right? Ladies and gentlemen,
just a second,
look at
I'll
the second
tell you,
column there. 11, 9 to 12, 12, 6 to 12. ये 22-25 seats कहाँ से आ रही हैं? From where?
See,
I mean, not everyone can be wrong, right? Not every poll can be sarkari. You may not trust one channel, you may not trust another channel, but not every channel and exit poll will be sarkari and give the government's numbers, na?
Let me tell you
Thoda
something.
reality check hai ye numbers, Mr. Kidwai. They point to the story that is coming on the 4th.
Madam, at least let me speak now. Let me speak. See, there's a poll by TV9, I mean an exit poll by TV9 which says in Maharashtra, NDA is getting 22 and India Gathbandhan 26. This is very different from all the other exit polls we have seen. Nobody is giving India anything above 5 or 6 in Maharashtra. But TV9 is very different. There is a Bhaskar report poll which says NDA in totality 281 to 350, India 145 to 201. This is again very
Mr.
different
Kidwai,
from most of the polls we are seeing.
Mr. Kidwai, it's always optimistic. I mean, it's always good to be optimistic.
Madam,
It's good to be optimistic, but your own leader is not giving the alliance more than 50. Akhilesh, you are pointing. एक मिनट रुक जाइए. Tehseen is pointing out to something that Akhilesh has said today.
So I'll tell you something. I don't like to we should not blame these pollsters. I mean, I know the ETG people. They work with Times. Now they're very, very professional. They are not going to be swayed by either Mr. Modi or by
Rahul. Their reputation at stake.
Yeah, more than reputation. यार आप लोग क्या मोदी जी क्या दे देंगे राहुल गांधी? वो उससे नहीं sway होंगे. तो हाँ, reputation. You're right. तो Akhilesh ji today said that in UP the India Alliance is getting 36. 25 सपा को और 11 कांग्रेस को. तो ये अखिलेश जी ने आज कहा. But you see, I got the UP numbers also for ETG. It's 61 to 64 for BJP, 1 to 2 for Congress, and about 9 to 11 for SP individually. So that's how they're breaking it up on those number fronts. And BSP they're giving maybe 1 if it's lucky, but they don't really
BSP
expect.
otherwise everyone has given a 0.
Yeah, so they're also saying 0, but 1
from 10 to 0.
From 10 to 0.
Complete irrelevance.
Complete irrelevance, which means, and I think this is the larger picture. The BJP, the BSP vote has moved to BJP.
To the BJP,
and
yes.
that, I think, is the turning point of this election. And that will mean the mathematics that you were talking about, sir.
If that is the case,
Yeah.
it has been said, that this entire issue of the constitution being under threat, reservations will be, the system would be ended if the BJP continues to be in the power. That has not worked with at least the scheduled caste vote of the BSP, which has moved to the
So you think
BJP
the
and
Janta vote is
consolidated.
also gone?
Well, if it's a
route of
wipeout,
this way,
yes, we
The
will
Janta
actually
will also start
have
going to
to
the
look at
BJP.
it.
So
look at the
what
votes
is
when it
Mr.
comes.
Modi doing right to get an SC and a large section of OBCs? He's managing that.
And look what he's managed in, by the way, West Bengal.
Small things,
Can you give me a
separate
minute
things
here?
for
Can you give me a minute here?
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you,
please.
can you,
Sorry,
can you,
sure,
no, that's fine,
sure.
that's fine. I'm just saying, what is he getting right? Let's see what he's getting right in West Bengal as well.
Right,
Let's take a
let's
look
see.
at the
Let's
numbers.
see.
A battleground state. The BJP put in a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of money, I'm fairly certain, in West Bengal as well. How is West Bengal looking? Ladies and gentlemen, 42 seats here. The BJP had 18 seats last time. The TMC had 22 seats. Do we have the numbers as far as West Bengal is concerned? If we do, let's quickly put them on our screens. West Bengal, ladies and gentlemen, a state that is ruled by the TMC. There is no doubt that Mamata Banerjee continues to be a very, very strong leader here. But is that reflecting when it comes to the Lok Sabha numbers? Can we quickly put it on our screens? If we don't, then I'll move on to other states. Is it there? Where I don't see it.
Bottom.
All right, I see it there. Ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at this. Kaate ki takkar. This is what is called Kaate ki takkar. In fact, there are polls that, in fact, most of the polls are giving the BJP more than the TMC. The average being the BJP getting 24 and the TMC getting 17. In the best case scenario for the TMC, which is the Times poll, 20 for the TMC. It was 18 and 22 last time,
Yes.
which means the BJP has...
Well, it means that the road for 2026 is open for the BJP. That is when the next assembly elections
But again,
are
assembly and Lok Sabha is different.
It is.
But
it
Andhra
is
has shown us
different.
another story today.
It is different, but yes, last time, let's not forget that the BJP did very well in 21 compared to what they did 5 years earlier. So they grew substantially in the assembly elections also. Became the single largest opposition party, winning about close to 80 seats in Bengal. So, definitely it means that there has been a political churn in Bengal and a lot of anti-incumbency sentiment has gone against the TMC there.
Has Sandesh Khali been a factor at all?
Not Sandesh Khali. I think
yeah.
looking at Sandesh Khali is something which worked with the Delhi media.
Delhi, correct.
It did not work in Bengal. What has worked against the TMC is the image of being a corrupt regime. That has worked against the TMC in a big way, if these figures are correct.
And most figures...
We have to give this rider if these figures are correct.
And most figures, can we quickly bring back the Bengal figures? Because I want to go to Ruhi Ray as well, spokesperson of the Bengal BJP. Most figures as far as West Bengal are concerned, and most exit polls as far as West Bengal are concerned, are giving BJP more seats than the TMC. About 17 on an average to the TMC and 21 on an average to the BJP. Ruhi Ray, please come in here.
Yes, ma'am. So it was already a foregone conclusion for us for a long time that we are going to outperform BJP, outperform TMC in Bengal. But for a state like Bengal, which is so volatile in nature, where if you are an opposition party member, I'm not specifically talking about TMC or BJP. It is something that is continuing since the CPIM era. That if you're an opposition party, then you do not have the basic right to live. So even today, one of our karyakartas, he got shot by a bullet in Sandesh Khali. So people sometimes they fear to say whatever they voted for. So exit polls at times they show the real trend on ground, and this trend is clearly showing that BJP is much ahead than TMC in Bengal, and definitely real results will be much more than what we are seeing today. Of course, we are going to be a single largest party, but we are going to outperform TMC massively. Now the question comes that why are we suddenly going to outperform TMC in such a big way after 2021 polls? The people of Bengal have seen TMC in various ways. They have seen corruption, they have seen smuggling from vaccine to cows to coal to soil to water to electricity. They have seen smuggling in every possible way under the sun. And even if you see Sri Krishna allowed Shishupal to commit 100 crimes, And then in the 111 first crime, he did not spare him. This is exactly what the people of Bengal are doing to TMC after the event of Sandesh
Chaliye.
Kali. Even yesterday night, can you
Okay.
imagine?
I wish we had a TMC spokesperson on the show. I wish we had a TMC spokesperson on the show to help us understand what their view is, but I'm fairly certain it would be what every India Alliance leader has come and said on the show, कि भाई these exit polls are staged. Salim Dharanidharan, spokesperson of the DMK, you are one person who cannot say that, because the DMK is actually doing fairly well and very well in the state of Tamil Nadu, though it seems that the BJP has managed to make some inroads, winning maybe 1 or 2 seats.
See, first of all, exit polls have been proved wrong so many times. In 2004, NDA was supposed to win 275. They eventually
but for
ended up
you it is
winning
good
100
news.
seats less. Once again, in Uttar Pradesh, BJP was not supposed to win the assembly elections 2017 as per exit polls. They managed to win. So exit polls have been wrong. And another major reason is that the sample size is very small. Most of the exit polls, the sample size for the entire survey is about 4.5 lakhs in a country about 80 crores, which translates to about how many? So translates to about 800 people per constituency, and in a constituency there are about 1.5 million voters, right? Which means they have only surveyed 1% out of 1,500. So anyone who knows statistics will say the sample size is prone to errors, right? See, DMK is going to win 39 plus 1 in Tamil Nadu plus 1. It's a different matter, right? That we are confident. That's what my leader has been saying for the last 6 months. We are all saying that's what saying in the ground.
If the exit polls are right about Tamil Nadu, if the exit polls are right about Tamil Nadu and Tamil Nadu exit polls are not staged, why are you raising a doubt about exit polls for other states?
No, but even in Tamil Nadu, you are saying BJP is getting 3-4. Where is BJP getting 3-4 seats? Even Annamalai must be laughing, I think, today. That where are we getting 3-4? Because he himself knows that he is not going to win his own seat. So there is no question of BJP winning a single seat in Tamil Nadu, nor is the AADMK. In fact, BJP's vote percentage this time will be lower than that of 2014 when they managed to get 18%. Right. So I don't think BJP is going to get 2 or 3 seats in Tamil Nadu, and we will win 39 plus 1. That apart, right? This government has not done anything. I don't think why
we'll see on the 4th.
Yeah,
we'll leave it there. You know, I'm out of time, Salim Dharan.
But
we will see on the 4th. We'll see if these exit polls actually... Yeah, you're most welcome to come on Mirror Now. We are always happy to have guests from across party lines. So thank you very much. Thank you, Salim, for joining us. Faizan, thank you very much. Just a minute. I think there is one poll. Guys, give me a minute. I saw something very interesting on our screens. Can we put that out? Today's Chanakya is giving the NDA 400, 400 par. Nilanjan, anything to say?
Well,
I
remember today's Chanakya had called the 2014 election correctly by actually giving the numbers that what the BJP got.
But would the BJP Tehseen even...
But it runs contrary to some of the forecasts which it had been making in the course of the campaign.
So again, Chanakya is a really good agency, but in Mahagathbandhan, in the BJP, the 2017 Bihar election, they got it dramatically opposite. Dramatically, they got the numbers opposite, and then Mr. Bajaj came out and he said, look, you know, it was a printing error. So look, these are things, but also I understand the idea that the Chanakya may have, that if there is a wave, if there is these kind of numbers, then it's an absolute wave. So
there's a wave which everybody failed to see.
So they are banking on that. But look, mota, what is it? Even what Chanakya is saying is the trend is BJP in India. So let's not get into numbers. Sometimes you get... मुझे ये बताओ श्रेया.
400 is a number. Come on.
अगर मैं प्रधानमंत्री हूँ, मैं 290 से ऐसा क्या नहीं कर सकता जो 400 से करूँगा? जो करना 290 से भी, और राज्यसभा में मेरी बहुमत है, और 11 कितने सूबों में इनकी सरकार है? 11, 12, 13 सूबों में. तो अगर मैं प्रधानमंत्री हूँ तो 290 में भी वही काम होगा 400 में, उससे कोई वो नहीं चाहिए.
That's true, but moral victory तो होता है ना, psychological victory तो होता है. 400 के साथ आया मैं, यार क्या बात कर रहे हो?
400 mark is something which is psychologically important.
True, but I don't think that's happening. I mean, I can put that down. वो नहीं हो रहा है. What's happening is...
I mean, if you take a look at the average, that's not happening. But the fact is that one poll has given the BJP-led NDA 400.
No, average won't.
Chalo, theek hai. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Thank you very much, Rui Ray, for joining us. Advocate Mahima Singh, thank you. Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, good to have you on the show. Faizan Kidwai, thank you very much. And Salim, good to have you on the show. Chitranjan ji, namaskar. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's more on the exit poll coming up. We are putting all the numbers together, what we've seen in the last 2 hours, and putting them right in front of you. So do stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The big picture now clear. These are the poll of polls that we are putting out for you. Mirror Now doesn't have an exit poll, but we've collated data from everyone, and this is what the larger picture, the national picture, is looking like. Out of 543 seats, take a look at the screens right now. There is one today's Chanakya poll that is actually giving the BJP-led NDA 400. Is it going to be 400 par? For the BJP and its allies? Well, at least one poll seems to be predicting that, but the others seem to be putting it in pole position, giving Prime Minister Narendra Modi a third term. In fact, all polls on our screens right now telling us that the NDA, the BJP-led NDA, will actually end up bettering its numbers. As far as the India alliance is concerned, the news not looking very, very happy or very positive there. Just take a look at the numbers on your screens. What the India alliance is being given, and the average that I'm putting out is 138 to 144 seats. What is the average as far as the NDA is concerned? The BJP-led alliance, 369 to 377. Not quite 400 par, as today's Chanakya is putting it, but it definitely ups the average. Would you want to come in here? This is pretty much in keeping, Nilanjan, with what almost everyone had been saying even before the polls had started. Before the elections, that आएगा तो मोदी. Numbers इधर उधर होंगे, थोड़े ऊपर थोड़े नीचे, but आएगा तो मोदी. That's how it's played out then in this election.
No, initially when the target was set 370 and 400, it had appeared to be a preposterous target. And though everybody said that they will come back, but nobody really believed it. Somewhere down the campaign, the narrative wavered, but then they were able to put it back.
But did it waver, or did it waver only in television studios and not on the ground actually?
No, I think it wavered as far as the BJP leaders are concerned with their speeches, Mr. Modi's speeches, the way his content, changed. Elections are won, at least Mr. Modi won, 2014 on the basis of promises, and 2019 was on the basis of performance. Both these issues, the two Ps, if you actually put it that way, almost disappeared by halfway through the campaign. And then came the other issues, which is what actually appears to have got the mandate. And plus, we cannot ignore the fact that among various things which works for Mr. Modi, his personality, the Labharti schemes, improving India's image abroad, there is also a very core ideological thrust. And the people do subscribe to the ideology of Hindutva. You have to accept it.
But not of all of India. But not all of his voters do. Not all of his voters do. They're different. The BJP has different kinds of voters.
Even in 2019, the BJP had a 19% core vote share. That has increased substantially. Maybe not the entire 37%, which was there in 2019. We'll have to see what the vote share this time is. Maybe not 100% of that. But I would say, by my understanding, 60% of the BJP supporters are on the basis of the ideology of Hindutva, which the BJP professes and expounds without any, without any hesitation.
But the Ram Mandir hardly had any resonance.
That's
the BJP.
What we think that it didn't have a resonance.
It is rations instead of Ram Mandir it is rations instead of Ram Mandir that had resonance on the ground.
How do we quantify it? You cannot do it on the basis of a CSDA survey, because then you must accept what it said, the other points which it said is also true.
Okay. Sanjeev Kaushik, you usually are a spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, which is part of the India Alliance. Any comments on these numbers? ये मत बोलिएगा exit polls कचरा हैं. ये मत बोलिएगा please Sanjeev Kaushik that these exit polls are सरकारी exit polls. Not all exit polls can be सरकारी.
नहीं, इतना तो बोलेंगे है कि एग्जिट पोल एग्जैक्ट पोल नहीं है अभी, थोड़ा सा इंतजार करना होगा। कई बार हमारे अनुभव ये कहते हैं कि कई बार ये एग्जिट पोल गलत साबित हुए हैं, आंकड़े हैं हमारे पास, लेकिन फिर भी काफ़ी मेहनत मशक्क़त से ये एग्जिट पोल करने वाले अपने आंकड़े को इकट्ठा करते हैं और फिर सामने रखते हैं। लेकिन मेरा मानना ये है कि ये जल्दीबाजी होगी, इन आंकड़ों पर 100% भरोसा कर लेना, चूँकि तमाम फील्ड में जब विपक्षी पार्टी के लोगों ने अपनी जब कैंपेनिंग की और हम लोगों के जैसे लोग भी जब फील्ड में उतरे तो जो हवाएं चल रही थी, जिस तरह से सरकार के प्रति लोगों के मन में उदासीनता और जिस तरह के सवाल थे, यदि ये एग्जिट पोल भी एग्जिट पोल में बदलता है तब भी कई प्रश्न तो खड़ा होंगे ही होंगे, उसके बाद भी प्रश्न खड़े होंगे। लेकिन अभी चूंकि इस एग्जिट पोल में एनडीए सरकार बढ़त बनाती हुई दिखाई दे रही है और तमाम
See, the Delhi numbers are on our screens as well. Last time, 7 out of 7 seats had gone to the BJP. Now it seems if these numbers hold, then the India alliance may end up winning 1 seat, but otherwise 6 out of 7 seats assured for the BJP. 1 down for the BJP, 1 up for the India alliance if these numbers hold. But Sanjeev Kaushik, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Nilanjan, thank you very much for being with us on the broadcast, through this broadcast, and we are hoping to see you back on the 4th as well. Thank you for coming all the way to our studio. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. We're getting you the big headlines from the exit poll. Do stay with us.